The following BLTV program is brought to you by O'Flaherty Law. Please enjoy.
Hi, this is Heather Jones, a Wisconsin family law attorney with O'Flaherty Law, and today we're going to do a how-to video on how to fill out General Form GF-150. It is the Uniform Child Custody Jurisdiction and Enforcement Act Affidavit. Again, it's Form GF-150. This is just a how-to video. Anything discussed in this video is for educational purposes only, and it is not meant to be legal advice, nor should it be a substitute for legal advice. If you're running into issues with your child custody case, it is strongly recommended that you at least consult with an experienced Wisconsin family law attorney to help you reach your legal goals. With that being said, let's get into the form. Now, this is a form available on the Wisconsin Civil Court Forms website, and it does come with some explanations on the left here, but we like to go through them with you just so that you have as complete an understanding as possible on how to correctly fill out the form the first time. So a Uniform Child Custody Jurisdiction and Enforcement Act affidavit is used in any time you are asking for a change in custody of a child. So that could mean changing a custody arrangement. That could mean that there's a custody order from another state, but that you live in Wisconsin now and you are seeking to get something modified. Just have this UCCJEA affidavit ready to go, because the court is going to want to see the sworn information that you include on this. And again, it's an affidavit, so it's a sworn statement. You might as well be on the stand. So if you don't know something, don't embellish the facts at all. Just state exactly what you know, be as succinct and to the point as possible, and do not put anything in there that is not true. So starting at the top of the form, you will list the county in which you're filing your custody motion in. Over here at the top right-hand corner, that is an area just for the clerk of courts. You just stay out of this square area over here and you'll be fine. That is where the clerk of courts do their magic. That is not for you. Then you can write in your handwriting, or you can type the case caption. And if it's a divorce action, you could do petitioner and respondent. Or if you and your ex-spouse were joint petitioners, you could title yourselves that way. What you could do is just look at the case caption in your petition for divorce, or you could look at the case caption in your petition for paternity, whatever legal proceeding brought you here. Now, if you have a case number, if you already have a case active, you would put that case number in here, but if you don't, just leave it blank, and the clerk will put it in for you, obviously. Now that we've got the caption taken care of, here is where you begin your sworn statement, because again, this is an affidavit, and you are making these statements under oath. So first you would list the child or children who are the subject of the custody action. And if you have more than one child, of course, this isn't going to be enough room. So what you do, they do not want you to modify this form. Don't put it in Adobe and add lines and spaces on the form. Just put the additional names and addresses of the children on a separate sheet of paper. Make sure you click the box that says See Attached and attach the paper to the form. Then they want to know where the child or children have lived over the last 5 years. So this is them getting a feel for, where have these kids been? Have there been potentially cases involving the children in other states? This is where the court is trying to figure out if there's jurisdiction in another state, why, what's going on. So you need to list the residences over the last 5 years. If the child is under 5, just give all of their residences. And if you don't have enough room on the one line, again, put it on a separate sheet of paper, and click See Attached. In paragraph number 3, they want to know who's been living with the children over the 5 years. Whose home has the children or child been living in? So again, just the last 5 years from the date you fill out the affidavit. The name of that person, where they are now, and what time period the child lived with them. And if these 4 spaces are not enough, you can put the additional addresses on a separate sheet of paper and just click See Attached. But it's important to be as clear and complete as possible, and to include everyone. Don't just say, well, they lived with their dad for a year, then they lived with me for a year, then back with their dad for a year. If they went and spent, say, 3 months with their grandparents because you and your ex were trying to figure something out, or whatever reason, you need to put that in there. You need to disclose fully. Because again, you're making a sworn statement, and they're asking for each person that the child or children have lived with over the last 5 years. So once you've given the last 5 years of residency information for the child or children, they want to know if there's been any other court cases involving the children. So paragraph number 4 says, I have participated as a party, witness, or in any other capacity in any other proceeding concerning the custody, physical placement, or visitation with the child or children. And if there's nothing, that's fine. But if there is, this is where you would put that. And you need to be as complete as possible. Don't live, if there was, say, a temporary restraining order that influenced visitation with the children, don't leave it out. Put it in, because the courts do share information. They will find out if you were dishonest on your affidavit. So it's best just to be honest and upfront with every single fact that you know that they're asking about in this document. And again, if you run out of room, just put it on a separate sheet of paper and click See Attached. Moving on to paragraph 5. I have information of other proceedings concerning the child or children pending in Wisconsin or any other state, including enforcement, domestic violence, protective orders, termination of parental rights, and adoption. So if you know of any other cases involving the child or children in Wisconsin or anywhere else, you need to put it here. And they kind of cut it off, but you can do, if this isn't enough room, you can always just type in See Attached and put it on a separate sheet of paper. Number 6, I know of persons not a party to this proceeding who have physical custody of the child or children, or claim to have custody, physical placement, or visitation rights with respect to the child or children. Yes or no? So a lot of times you see grandparents or aunts and uncles getting involved and saying, you know, I'm going to continue to be in the child's life just because I'm not involved in the divorce or paternity action. Doesn't mean I'm not going to see them, so I'm going to go to court and get an order that, you know, I can see the children once a month on Sunday the 15th or something of that nature. Anyone who either has the kids or claim that they have legal rights with respect to the children, go ahead and list them here. And they don't put it here, but if there's more than 2 or 3, you can always just put See Attached and place it on a separate sheet of paper. Paragraph 7, I understand that I have a duty to inform the court if I learn in the future of any proceeding concerning the child in Wisconsin or any other state. So Let's say your ex lives in Texas and you live in Wisconsin, and you're filing papers in Wisconsin saying, we need to modify visitation or custody, and your ex, for some reason, decides to initiate proceedings in Texas and tells you that they're doing that prior to you filling this out or afterward. You need to tell the Wisconsin court what is going on. Judges do not like to step on other judges' toes. They give they give full faith and credit to the decisions of other states, and it's going to not work out in your favor if you deliberately withhold information about a proceeding in another state to the Wisconsin court. It's not going to give you an edge. It's not going to give you a win. You just need to be honest and tell the Wisconsin court what's going on so that the courts can address jurisdiction, what the proper court to handle any issues is, and go from there. But don't withhold. If you know of a proceeding in another state regarding your children and you're filling this out, or you filled it out and then you find out that there's another proceeding in another state, you need to inform the court. Just call the clerk of courts, tell them what your issue is, or hire an attorney to help you with those issues. Finally, this is not a document that you have to notarize, but it is still a sworn statement, because right here, I declare under the penalty of false swearing that the information I have provided is true and accurate. When you fill this out and file it with the court, you're creating a record, and your credibility is on the line. Do not lie on this document just because it's not notarized. You need to give the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So once you've completed the document and all your attachments, you'll sign, print, contact information, date it, and then they put a little spot down here in case an attorney wants to use the form for filling anything out. And I know I've been saying this throughout the video, but I'm going to say it one more time. Don't modify the form. Don't add lines, don't change the margins, nothing. If you don't have room to put all the information on the form, just put it on a separate sheet of paper. You can have as many as you like, and supplement the form. The format of this form is specifically designed to be acceptable to both the court system and the e-file system. So don't make any changes to it. Just use a separate sheet of paper. And with that being said, that is how to fill out Form GF-150, the Uniform Child Custody Jurisdiction and Enforcement Act Affidavit. This is the form we use in the state of Wisconsin. It's a form used anytime custody, physical placement, or visitation are being addressed by the court. So if you and your ex have a lot of problems with each other and who gets the kids, you might be seeing this more than once. It's a handy form to know where to find and how to fill out. Thank you so much for listening. If you like, you can click under the video and add a comment if you have a question or concern from the video. Otherwise, you can check back for more legal content daily, and we wish you the very best of luck with your legal goals.
Hi again, this is Kevin O'Flaherty from O'Flaherty Law. I hope you enjoyed the video and podcast. If you did, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to our channel. If you need legal help in this or any other area of law, please don't hesitate to reach out to schedule a consultation. Most consultations are free and can be conducted remotely if you'd like. You can email us, book online, or call us at 414-253-2080. That's 414-253-2080. We have many locations for your convenience, and we serve all of Wisconsin. Thanks again for watching.